Exams don't have to be scary. The students who get the highest marks aren't necessarily the smartest, but usually the ones that are most prepared and organised during the semester. This video will go over how to prepare for exams during the semester, leading up to study week, during study week, and during the exam. First of all, your preparation during the semester is super important. Your attitude and habits during this time will reflect your final results. Early on, find your preferred note-taking method. I like to print off my lecture notes and write additional notes on the paper, and some people like to write their notes all down by hand or type it all up on a computer. It's completely up to you. Just find a method that allows you to get down all of the information you need and make sure you're reading over these notes weekly to revise. It's really helpful to discuss the content that you're learning with a friend or a classmate every week to ensure that you're fully understanding everything. Be sure to do extra research on any topics that you're struggling with and always reach out to your tutors for extra help if you need it. Next, getting organised before study week. First of all, you want to clear your study space and make sure everything you're going to need is in easy reach. Print off all of your notes from the semester and organise them accordingly. Another great thing to do is meal prep, which involves making up a whole batch of meals and freezing them in separate containers for the week. This ensures you're not skipping out on healthy meals and you're getting the nutrients you need to help fuel your brain during exams. It's super helpful to schedule your study time. Assign different tasks to different days and time blocks to ensure you're covering all of the information you need to study. Allow time to go over the topics that you're struggling with to make sure you can really memorise everything. And of course, you need to stay organised during study week. Know what to expect. Read over your course profiles, go over the final exam revision that was provided to you, and take note of what the key learning objectives for that course were. Make sure you understand the format of the exam, the time you're given, the location, and the weighting of the exam. It's a great idea to plan how much time you'll spend on each separate section before you get into the exam, so that way you're not spending way too much time on one section and not having enough time to spend on another. Use strategies that work best for you, such as reading, making flashcards, using acronyms, teaching the subjects to another person, or anything else you might have found helpful. Make sure you test yourself on all of the information you have learned and do further study on any of the topics that you're struggling with. Constantly retest yourself on those tricky areas until you have perfected them. You'll know you're ready for your exam when you can confidently explain the content to someone else who is not studying the degree. During your exam, the number one thing you can do is not stress. You're here now and all you can do is the best you can. If you're allowed to, use the perusal time to write down any key pieces of information that relate to the questions that you've been asked so that you can quickly get those out of your head and refer back to them when you're writing your exam questions. Remember the different time blocks that you've allocated to the exam. Follow these, but don't be afraid to alter them slightly. It's almost over at this point, so make sure you give it your best shot and leave no question unanswered.